when such a large number of independent elected members joined Sunni Ittehad Council and a large parliamentary party came into being, which staked its claim for the reserved seats. Now, our law is not very clear that what to do when such a situation arises. Majority of reserved seats have already been announced, even the ones which were held back because they thought this is something contentious and they wanted to look at it more deeply before they could announce that. Now they have announced that also after saying that the Sunni Ittehad Council doesn't legally reserve these seats. To be honest, law as it states, even Election Commission point of view is not without a strong basis. They have a strong base of saying what they have said. But I think within the law, it is not clear that if a political party which has not contested the election, which is the case of Sunni Ittehad Council, of course they could not submit the priority list of their reserved seat candidates, and they could not submit the nomination forms of their reserved seat candidates because they were not contesting election, but they were a bona fide party. And a new situation emerged after the election when such a large number of independent elected members joined Sunni Ittehad Council and a large parliamentary party came into being, which staked its claim for the reserved seats. Now, our law is not very clear. It doesn't state that what to do when such a situation arises. So I think there are two bases on which one could decide. One was on the basis of a past precedent which had happened, you rightly pointed out, in 2019, when in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly a similar situation arose, when three independent members of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly decided to form Balochistan Awami Party within Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly. And when they created that party consisting of three independents, out of total 16 who were elected from former FATA area, they claimed their share in reserved seats. And at that time, same question was asked that you have not submitted your list of priority list of reserved candidates and therefore cannot be given the reserved seats. But then they contested that, and finally the Election Commission agreed that Balochistan Awami Party, the newly created parliamentary party which had not submitted nomination forms or priority list, deserves to be given the reserved seats. So they were given one seat from the reserved women seats. So that was a precedent which currently the Election Commission could have followed, because that decision was also taken by the Election Commission. Otherwise, the second option was that they could have left the matter for the courts to decide. Based on this, they have taken a decision which I do not agree with. The law of natural justice also requires that when we see a political party in an assembly in such a large number, I think denying them the reserved seat is counter to the natural justice principle. So even that principle supports that the Sunni Ittehad Council should have been given the seats, but they were not given, and this has I don't think it has affected in a very big way the election of speakers, deputy speakers, prime ministers, chief ministers, because they already had the numbers sufficient to get themselves elected, even without Sunni Ittehad Council having these reserved seats. But still, I think this will have a great impact on the election of Senate seats. And PTI will be losing, I don't know how many, but some people anticipate about 7 seats in the Senate because they have not been given the reserved seats. So it has been a major impact on a political party. We could not decide which is the most popular party. I think most popular party is certainly PTI, because we know now that what percentage of votes were polled for PTI. Number of seats is something different. Number of seats are needed to form government. But if you want to determine what is the most popular political party, we have added up the number of votes which are given in Form 47 And we can very surely now say that the most votes were polled by PTI, and they are the most popular political party of Pakistan as far as the 2024 election results were concerned. I just want to add that PTI, according to our estimates, the PTI supported independent candidates. They have secured about 32% of the votes, total votes, whereas the next most popular party, PMLN, has secured 23% of the total vote cast. So this shows that the most popular party is PTI, supported independent candidates are PTI, and keeping the most popular political party out of the government will have its own ramifications for the political stability in the days to come.